Hello and welcome to Dion's Journey. And I have Kat with us today, and we are in the beautiful campground of Bennett Park in Inez, Texas. And it is a wonderful campground. There's barely anyone else here. A couple of the ladies and I have come over and we're hanging out. So let me ask Kat a couple of questions. Kat, so where are you from?
I'm from a small town, Aquila, Texas. It's just north of Waco, Texas.
Wonderful. And what brought you to this area?
Met up with a few of you ladies at Magnolia Beach at Lulu's meeting, and we decided to follow each other here.
It was just so great for us to kind of connect there, and so many of us got into our little groups, but we still continue to congregate with the larger group. So a couple of us just decided to hang out a little longer. A week wasn't enough.
Sure.
So can you tell us a little bit about what made you decide to do van life?
Well, it was a bittersweet story, I suppose. My husband and I had plans to travel when we retired.
Right.
But so my husband passed away a few years ago, and I thought I wouldn't be able to travel by myself. But I joined a ladies group, and a lot of ladies were traveling, and we would travel together. And I decided I can do this. I can do it on my own also.
Nice, nice.
So, yeah.
So are you full-time or part-time?
No, I'm part-time. I just recently retired about 1.5 years ago, getting ready to go about 3/4 of the year on the road.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Me too. I'm part-time for now, but I'm hoping one day to be able to be full-time. So I understand that.
For my grandchildren's sake, I guess, and mine, I don't want to give up my home base because I want to be able to spend a lot of quality time with them also.
Right, me too. I'm originally from New York, but my daughter moved to Florida, so I travel back and forth, and I'm hoping one day when they get a little older to take them camping with me too. So do you ever take your grands camping?
I have 5 grandchildren. Right now, one of them is very interested. He goes with me a lot. He actually is upset I'm out and about now without him. And my granddaughter loves to camp. So she's 11 and she's getting into it. So yeah.
Great. I have Kat again here with me, and she's going to show us some of her wonderful gadgets. I realized that she had so many things that I would want to use, and I figured that you might want to find out about it too. So, Kat, where would you like us to start?
Certainly. First of all, I want to start out with saying I didn't just go out and buy all of this, everything for my van and everything at once. I saved and I bought piece by piece by piece. I'd buy my power station, and then once I got money saved up, I'd buy another thing. So don't feel like you have to just have all this stuff to begin with. I just, as I traveled, found out different things come up, and I was like, oh, I like that. And it was from other nomads and travelers. But that's what I don't want you to get discouraged by so much stuff and feel overwhelmed that you need it all at once, because you don't. A lot of it's a convenience, but anyway. But that's my main thing.
Thank you for sharing that, because that's really important, and I should have mentioned that. Some of these items you won't even need. It's not like, if you want them, they are a great have. You still need to get yourselves out on the road. And just like me, I don't have any of these items.
And I didn't for a long while.
But I see that she has them, and I wanted to be able to record it so I can remember how to use them and the value of them. And I figured I would also share them with you. So let's start with the EcoFlow Alternator charger, which she still even has the box, which is great. It's always good to be able to get a really good shot of it so that everyone can see it. And I'll put the link in the description. But can you go ahead and describe what this is for us, Kat?
Certainly. This actually is like a DC to DC charger where it goes from your vehicle battery and charges your power station. But it also serves multiple purposes, because you can have just an additional car battery and have it in your unit, and you can charge, it also with this. Thirdly, what it can do is if you get somewhere and your car battery goes dead, then you can charge your car battery from the power station through this to your car battery and get your car battery back up powered.
Right, right.
So it's a 3-in-1 purpose.
So where would you get something like this from, Kat?
I purchased this through Amazon, and right now they're regularly hard to believe, but $599. But now they have sales, and for the last couple of months they've had a sale at $329. So it's well
Wow.
worth it when you are
Yeah.
in days that you don't have sun and everything. Then you have an alternate one, and also if you permanently install it, then while you're driving it charges your battery. But like, I don't have it permanently installed right now.
Right.
I hook it up to my battery, I run my van for a while, you know, and everything, and that's the way I use it right now, to get it charged, to get my power station charged on cloudy days normally. Otherwise I use solar panels. But yeah,
Were you going to demonstrate for us?
certainly. It's real easy. It's a plug and play kind of thing. And it's got, it looks overwhelming, but they've made it to where it's so simple because they have pictures.
Right.
And so you match the icons or the emblems to where you plug this in and that one. But first of all, what we have is the main cable, and it's a very, and you'll see YouTubes and other things where it describes it more, but it's so durable. So you're not having to worry about weak wires or, you know, anything like that.
Right.
But you hook this up, and also you have to always remember to put your fuse in the line so that if it shorts or something, it'll throw the breaker, the fuse, and you won't have a fire hazard, basically.
Right.
So you're hooking all this up to your battery, and then it goes this way, and so these are hooking up to your battery, and then this cable comes through and charges and snaps on to this connector. So you take this, and it'll show you have a car alternator in, and on here you have your car. So you have the car image, and I don't know if you can see that, but you have the car image on both of them.
So
You want to show them all the icons on there?
So we have looks like here we have the car image, a battery image, and what is this, the prong for?
Oh, my eyesight.
We'll figure
This is horrible.
We get there. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, and this is Wi-Fi because it does have an app that you operate it through.
Right. So we're gonna
And
hook it up for the car.
Yeah.
You wanna do it?
Yeah,
Okay.
go ahead. Yeah, the car. You click it in the car.
Right. Look how easy it is. Even I can do it.
Sorry, it's been a while since I set it up even.
Okay.
But anyway, and then you take that, and then you're taking your other cord under right here, and you're hooking this up to your power station.
To the actual power station.
Yeah, it just clicks in. Now these only work with the EcoFlow that have these external plugs here. Usually they're used for an extra battery or something, so it won't work with EcoFlow River, for instance.
Okay.
But anyway, you'll have to check that and make sure. And so this one, then you're hooking it up over here
to the battery.
Yeah,
the one that has the battery icon.
Yeah, battery to battery, and you just snap it in, and then you're ready to go.
Okay.
And then it also has mounting to where if you wanted to mount it in your vehicle, then you can mount this on the wall in your vehicle.
Okay.
And then have your power station there, and then run that through your vehicle and hook it to your battery permanently.
Right. So when you start your car, ultimately you're charging this alternator thing. I'm sorry, when you start your car, the alternator is charging up your battery.
Correct. It's going through this DC charger, and it's charging your battery here. Also in the app, you can choose which way you're wanting to charge. Are you wanting to charge from your car to your power station, or are you wanting to charge from your power station to your car? And so that's how you operate it in the app. But it's very easy to mount, you know, and it's a very lightweight, you know. I mean, it's good and sturdy, good solid. It's made out of metal. It's all metal. And the cables are excellent.
Well, thank you so much for that, Kat, because when I've heard people say, I've got a DC to DC charger and all this, I'm like, what? Like, forget it. I don't know what they're talking about. I'll never be able to get it. I'm not going to make the investment. But now she's made it so simple for me to understand. And so, yes, I can see how this can be beneficial. And this is definitely something that I plan to get in the future, especially because it is on sale.
Yeah,
Make a note,
definitely.
Daddy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, it's got the little picture instructions. We could have shown you that, and we could have followed that a lot easier. But it's got it easy, so you don't have to read like pages and pages. And on the back side, it shows the app instructions. So it's got a very good instruction brochure.
Okay,
Yeah.
great. Thank
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, Kat even brought more gadgets for us.
The next thing I have is a jump starter, and what this is for, and I've had to use it, and that's the way I learned about it. Unfortunately, as a beginner solar user, I hooked up my battery and solar wrong. When you're hooking up your solar panels, especially for the first time, you should never have your solar panels live. And when I say that, if they're receiving any sunlight to them, they have live power to them. And so I set out my solar panel first and then hooked it up to my battery, and it shorted out my battery, my Life Pro battery, lithium battery. And I thought, oh my goodness, I've just ruined $1,200. But I started reading up on it, and I found this NOCO, and what it is I can repair my battery that I short circuited.
Wow, yeah.
It also has multiple, because I also can charge my battery with this.
Oh, yeah.
Just charge my battery with it. If I'm at a place with AC, then I can hook it up.
Oh, yeah, I see it right here.
Yeah.
Yep.
And so I can charge my battery with an extension cord or something.
Yeah.
If I'm someplace that I can hook up, if you don't have a plug on the side of your van, so you can do that.
Wow. And
But
again, the name of this is
NOCO.
NOCO Genius.
Yeah.
And where did you purchase this from?
I purchased that one actually at Bass Pro Shop.
Oh.
And the reason I purchased it there, because my battery went out on the road.
Okay.
And I had read about this, and a lot of people use them for trolling motors.
Oh.
And so I was like, Bass Pro Shop. So I went there, but you can order them online also. Amazon has them, and you can just order them straight through NOCO.
Right.
But yeah, this one was $100. They're all different powers. This isn't a 10, and there's different sizes, and it's according to what you need, the size of your battery or whatever your needs are. Okay. So you read up on those, and there's some that are a little cheaper, and there's some that are more expensive.
Okay, I will find that and also include it in the description. So that we can look into it.
Yeah. Okay. Now the next thing I have, and a lot of you might already know about this one, but this is a solar charged charger, basically. Recharge. You charge your phones and stuff with it, and it will hook up to pretty much all your phones and tablets and things.
Right. So it's solar charges.
Yeah,
it
solar
has
charge.
Different outputs. Like for
different phones and different.
And it would be with my nails. I can't get it out. Okay, I got it. Okay. And so then it has the different. And what's the name of these things called?
There are different names of them. Okay. You order them on Amazon, and there's just so many different types. It's also a flashlight.
Oh wow! Yes, I see that.
Yeah, and it has a to where you can just set your phone. You can set your phone on it to charge it, or you can plug it up to charge it.
Yes.
Yeah.
So in the back here, you can just place your phone and it will charge it.
Yeah.
Oh wow, this is nice.
Yeah.
I need one of these.
Yeah, those are very, very handy, and they'll charge for a long, long time. Very long time. It's fine. Okay. But yeah. So anyway,
where did you get something like that from?
Amazon. I mean, you can order it through different companies and things like that. But as you can see, Amazon's my go-to. It's just easy to order through.
Sure is.
Not promoting them, that's your own choice. But you can pretty much buy almost everything at Amazon. And so that's where I always shop around to see if I can find a better deal.
Right.
If I find it, sometimes I'll buy at Best Buy, and you could probably buy these at Best Buy or, just wherever I find it, and I'll look online and they'll have them, whoever has the best price.
Great. Thank you so much.
Oh, yeah,
and
definitely.
we have another, which is so important. She shared this with us at the Magnolia Beach,
Yeah, the
um,
Lulu's meetup.
Lulu's
Hmm.
meetup, gadgets. But when I saw this, I thought it was so important to share because I need to invest in one immediately.
Yeah.
And please go ahead and explain it, Kat.
Yeah, definitely. We all should have fire extinguishers in our vehicles. Anytime you're cooking in your vehicle, or even batteries,
Mm-hmm.
you should have some kind of a fire extinguisher for your own safety,
Right,
please.
right.
Or if you're out somewhere and something happens.
Mm-hmm.
So I have my fire extinguisher, and it's an ABC. That's one thing to remember because it works on all types of fires.
Mm-hmm.
If you put one on a oil fire, then it could make it to be worse if it wasn't specific for that.
Mm-hmm.
So ABC, my son's a fireman, so and a paramedic, so he's the one that's always grilling about it. But this is a fire blanket, and what I do is I hang this close to wherever I'm going to be cooking,
Mm-hmm.
and that way I can get to it quickly.
Right.
So if you're let's say you have grease in your pan and it catches on fire, we all know how horrible that can, and it's
Definitely.
hard, and then you're running trying to find your fire extinguisher. Also, you're spraying it, and now you got a mess, especially if it's in your van. You have a horrible mess to clean up.
Right.
But my son told me about this, and he said it's very easy to use and it's very safe, and everything, and he recommended I have it close to wherever I cook, so that if I have a grease fire, for instance, I can it's velcros. It's got a little hook here that you can find a spot, hang it on a nail or a hook somewhere, and then have it right there. Don't have it behind your stove, because then you're having to reach over the fire or whatever to get to it.
Right.
Have it near it, but not right there at it. And so that way you can reach it. It's just as I've got it and got to thinking about it, I was like, oh, I don't want it behind my stove.
Right.
Anyway, so all you do is hang it up, and when you need it, you're just, these strings, you're pulling it out, and then you have it right there, and then you take this and you throw it over your stove or over your fire.
Right.
And that's a fire retardant.
Fire blanket.
Mm-hmm.
And so, where would you get something like this
I
from?
bought this one at Home Depot,
Okay.
and they're not very expensive at all. I think it was like $15 or
Okay.
something like that.
A
Very
must
well
have.
worth
A
it.
must
Very.
have.
If you can't even have a fire extinguisher, I would suggest
Yes.
definitely to have a fire blanket,
Yes.
if that's what you need to start with. But I would definitely suggest two of them.
Right.
Both fire extinguisher, and also remember your smoke detectors. You need to have a carbon monoxide, you need to have a smoke detector, and any of you that have propane in your van, remember your carbon monoxide and a smoke detector does not detect propane leaks.
Wow.
So you need to have a specific detector that will detect propane. I didn't know that until recently, and my
Right.
son was looking at all my smoke alarms and everything, and he's the one that brought that to my attention, because I do carry propane in my van.
Do you know if the same is for butane? Is it a separate smoke detector for butane?
I don't know. You would
Okay.
have to look into that. Yeah.
Oh, it doesn't. Okay, so it doesn't have the same level of risk. Okay.
But you need to look at it and make sure. I know butane is better in the mountains than propane. So if you're at higher levels, then butane operates better than your propane, just the way it works.
So I have isobutane. Does that mean it's butane?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. But anytime you're working with gases, having that in your vehicle, then you want to look into it and be aware and informed of it.
Right. And finally, Kat has one other
Yes.
device that she'd like to share with us. And when I did the tour and I saw it, I said, please, I have to see what this is about.
Yeah.
And that is the StarLink.
Yeah, right now we're in an area to where I don't get cell service, and I can't get phone calls out or text. I can barely send text out, but also you can't watch any YouTube or anything.
Right.
And so StarLink has saved me a few times. This area is a good spot that I can't get cell service, so I hook up my StarLink and I link my phone to it, and then I can make phone calls. It's not just for internet.
Right.
It can also get you cell service in remote areas, as long as you can get the northern sky or even a portion of the northern sky. And this will adjust and find that northern sky. But you also on your phone you have an app to where you scan the sky to see where the best spot is where you're at to get that view of in the opening.
Right.
And because this dish here in the front, that's what it'll move around. Now I have the generation 2. There's the mini now, and if you're gonna get one, get the mini if you're gonna be on the road. I bought this originally for my home because I live in a rural area, and now the minis come out and it's so much smaller. The router is in the mini, and you're not having 2 units, and also it's just a lot easier to carry around. And secondly, it uses more than or less than half the power, because StarLink does use about 75 watts an hour.
Wow.
And so that's a lot of, and so I usually just hook it up, and if I'm somewhere, last night I hooked it up for a short while and downloaded some Netflix or something, and that way I had something to watch for a while.
Okay.
And made my phone calls and things like that. And so you have to have, if you got a lot of power, then you can use it, leave it on, but it's actually an AC. And so you have to, now there is a converter that I'm looking at buying instead of maybe buying the mini, and I can convert this to a 12 volt or a DC.
Okay.
So it will use I think they still use about 40 watts an hour.
Okay.
So anyway, but yeah,
And I
it's
also
easy.
I forgot to ask, being that you mentioned that you were living in a remote area and this originally this setup was for your home.
Yeah.
Where do you live? Where are you from?
I'm from Aquila, Texas, a
Okay.
tiny town of 130 people, and it's just about 50 miles north of Waco, or 60, 70 miles south of Dallas-Fort Worth area
Okay.
in Texas. Yeah.
Nice, nice. So you showed me a little bit about how to hook it up, and it was so very simple.
Yeah.
I figured that it would be interesting if I tried to do it myself. So we would want to hook this part up first.
Yeah, you hook the power cord up first. It's just the way they set in there that if you try to hook up the dish first, then they're jamming against each other. And then you just hook up the dish.
The dish. And voila.
And that's your router, just like in your home. And they also sell wall mounts,
Can I carry?
really cheap, yeah, that you can just bracket it to your wall. And that's what I have inside my unit.
And this is the famous StarLink. So do you have to buy it from the StarLink directly, or?
No, there's a lot of different vendors and places that you can buy. I think actually now, even like Home Depot, Amazon, a lot of them sell StarLink now.
Okay. And even though it has all the connectors, it just sits flat because the connections all come through the back right here.
Right, yes.
So it sits flat.
Yeah, it sits flat. Through Amazon, people have developed a wall bracket that you can bracket it to your wall, and it stays put even when you're traveling. So you just put that up on your wall and snap this in, and so that makes it a lot easier to transport and to keep in place, just like you would at your house.
Right. And so this is great for those who work on the road, YouTubers who we need to download our files and we can't find a signal. So this would be good for, and also for mothers and grandmothers who travel on the road and their family are worried about them.
Oh yeah.
And for someone like me, I don't want to have my children contacting people that they know that I'm traveling with, or the sheriff, just to make sure that they can get in touch with me. I'll have this. I don't want that to happen again. So I will make sure that I invest in the mini, if anything.
Yeah.
If anything else.
Right.
And so again, thank you for taking the time
definitely
to share this information with myself and our viewers, so that we can educate ourselves about all of these technologies. Whether or not we buy them, we hear our fellow nomad and van lifers talk about them, and they go right over my head because I don't know anything about them.
Yeah.
So now I feel very knowledgeable.
Yeah.
So thank you.
They do make things convenient. But anyway, thank y'all for listening.
I tell Kat all the time, she has to start a YouTube channel. She has so much knowledge, a wealth of knowledge that she can share. So she's considering it. So if you leave your comments in the comment section, I'm sure she'll be taking a look at it periodically. And if I'll also be taking a look at it. And if I can't answer it, I'm definitely bringing Kat back in and she can answer them for you. So again, thank you for watching Dion's Journey. And please like and subscribe if you enjoyed and found this video educational. And I look forward to seeing you down the road. Thank you again for watching.